Hello again everybody and welcome to round 2 at vrroom.org of the Cappuccino Trophy League. Excuse me, my name's Dave Higgins and I'll take you through the main race highlights. The opening round, round 1, which you probably watched, was raced on the same day as this one. We've moved, that was at Laguna Seca, we've moved now to Spa-Francorchamps in the heart of the Ardennes Forest in Belgium. Now this circuit, fantastically long. There's a lot of technical bits into it. You need really good consistency to be quick here. But also there's a lot of slipstreaming effect can happen here, which is why it's a very tough qualifying session as well, because qualifying at VRM is only 10 minutes, and of course here lap times are sort of 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes 40, so you only get sort of like 2 real good goes at trying to get on pole. Now, the cars that have done best here are the new contingent from South Africa, the Ghost Works team. So the Ghost Works are split actually by the SVRT car of JK. JK's teammate Slim has qualified in 8th. So Ghost Bash on pole, the winner of the last round. JK splitting the two Ghost Works cars are in 2nd. Then Ghost Yellow in 3rd. Genobi, incredible performance by the privateer Genobi, racing his own colours and own car there, doing 4th. Very, very good lap. Stuntman, the new one of the newbies, is in 5th. Race 42 is in 6th. A very good performance from him here in qualifying. DM, the first of the Rosso cars, the Team Rosso cars, is in 7th, followed by Slim and Badger in 9th, and JB in the final Team Rosso car right at the back. So it's not a good start for Team Rosso here. It's not a good show compared to the second row lockout that they had last time. But again, we've got consistency there of Ghost Bash and Ghost Yellow in the Ghost Works team up on the front. So it's all to play for. I'll take you through the main race highlights as I normally do. So here we go for the start of the race. Should be a damn good race, this one. So away we go, the lights change and we go at Spa-Francorchamps on the 4th season at VR Room in the Cappuccino Trophy League. Down into the first hairpin corner. Very difficult to spot your braking zone here, and we saw famously last year, I think, a massive collision between Roman Grosjean and Fernando Alonso there. Now we'll go down towards the famous Eau Rouge corner. JK has got into the lead, so fantastic performance from JK. A long way in the lead actually, he's flown off the line there. The two Ghostwork cars following up in 2nd and 3rd as we go over Eau Rouge down the Camel Straight for the first time. Now JB in the Team Rosso car has made it up to 7th and is slipstreaming DM at the moment, who is sitting pretty still in 6th. Genobi up to 3rd down the straight. Now break into Lacombe. Quite an easy, to be fair, quite an easy braking zone this, but quite a late braking zone. You don't brake too heavily and there's a lot of trail braking as you go in there, but with so many people side by side it can be very, very easy to collect people on that particular corner. So Ghost Bash still in the lead. No, Ghost Bash has just taken the lead off JK, Ghost Yellow. So the order as we go down towards Pouhon for the first time is Ghost Bash, JK, Ghost Yellow, Genobi, Slim, DM, JB and Stuntman and Racing, then followed by Badger down there at the back. So we'll just get on the back of Ghost Bash's car as we go through Pouhon corner for the first time. Everybody managing to do a really good job. The field's reasonably spread out here, but what you find happens, for those of you who don't know about Spa, I was talking about this at the beginning, is you know, you have to be away from people. If you don't brake sort of, I would say at least sort of 10 car lengths from the car behind, then they are going to get the slipstreaming effect. Now we'll see it here as we go down Blanchimont at Spa for the first time. So JK is probably about probably about 4 or 5 car lengths back, and you'll see him with the slipstream effect, the hole in the air being created by Ghost Bash's car. You'll see how he's working his way in and being sucked along. So JK's engine is doing less work at the moment than Ghost Bash's, and it looks like he might plant one down the outside into the bus stop chicane. So we'll see whether that happens. We'll go to the onboard shot, everyone flying down there. Anyone going to dive down the inside? And JK is going for it. Does he make it stick? No, he doesn't. He tries for the cutback, a little bit of rubbing. Is that DM off in the background? DM is off in the background. I wonder what happened there. I'm not going to do a replay of that. I don't think it's that significant, but he was down in 8th. I know he was down in 7th, I believe, and he obviously outbraked himself and couldn't make it into that particular chicane, which is what caused him then to straight line the chicane. And he knew immediately he's got to give those places back, and that's exactly what he did. So well played there. He's alongside his teammate now. We'll just stick with that for a moment. You can see the two Team Rosso cars side by side. Who's going to be the bravest into Eau Rouge? And it looks like, I think that's DM. No, it's JB come out on top there. Now again, you'll see the slipstream effect here as we get on board with JK. And it's 4 abreast as we go down the Camel Straight, nearly 5 abreast. Ginobbe's in on the action as well here. We could see a good podium from Ginobbe here. He had some good shows towards the end of last season, so why not continue that through? He's a very good, hard, fast racer. He's very close to Ghost Bash at the moment. JK has brilliantly got back into the lead again, but again, at the moment, it doesn't count for that much. You need consistency, and you need to have a break from people, and nobody's got that break, nobody's got that gap, so it's going to be very difficult for any of them to get away. And I would say at the moment, I know we've got another 5 laps to go, but any one of those top sort of 8 cars there could actually win the race, because that's how close it is. All you need is a little incident from somebody in front, and you know the cars that are sort of Ginobbe Slim area, 4 and 5, or even Stuntman, are going to just go piling through into the lead. And if one of them gets a little break, it's going to be very difficult to catch them. But you do need about that 10 car lengths. So round Pouhon, what a lovely shot as you see the cars flying down around Pouhon corner. The 2 Team Rosso cars are still well at the back, not having the best of race. Oh, we've got a collision! We've got a collision and a touch there. That was Ghost Yellow. That is worth going back on board for, guys. I'm going to do that, I'm afraid. I want to watch that. That caught me by surprise a little bit. So we'll just rewind. Ghost Yellow is back at the back, and where's it going to put me back on? What section of the circuit is that? So it's into Lacombe, and it was just going round the section just after Pouhon corner, which I believe might be called Stavelot. I might be wrong, correct me if I am wrong. So I want to see what happened to Ghost Yellow. So we're on board with his car at the moment. So let's go to the back and let's just see what happened. Now behind Ghost Yellow is, at this moment in time, is his teammate. So it's the other Ghostworks car. So we've got Ghostworks in 1 and 2 at the moment, and Ginobbe is under a hell of a lot of pressure as well in the background. Now, did he get a touch from his own teammate? So round Pouhon corner for lap 2 of 7. It looks like he might have done, because Ghost Bash is very, very close here. Ghost Yellow on the inside. It looks like he's lost it slightly on entrance. Oh no, he's completely lost it by himself. He must have spun up the rear tyres, and he's lost that by himself. He didn't have any contact, any touch. So just what I was going back to at the start of the race, it's all about consistency around here. You can't afford to make one mistake, because with the speeds being that high, people will just get straight past you, and it takes a hell of a lot of concentration. I mean, the current lap time is 2:51, so it takes a long time to go around. So I'm just going to fast forward, guys. Back on board with JK, if the screen will ever come back on. And good, so we're on back on board with JK, coming down from the first corner, going down towards Eau Rouge. I don't believe, there's no damage there or anything. Nobody's coming to the pits. I thought for a moment we had somebody in the pits, but we don't. So onwards. JK pulling out a very good lead now from Ghost Bash, as we can see there. Now Ghost Bash is within that sort of 10 car lengths. So again, let's have a look at the slipstream as we come up the Camel Straight. It's a very high speed section. You can see him getting sucked in already. He's getting sucked in, he's getting sucked in. Now when he plants it out, that engine is just going to drag it. Oh, and past he goes. JK's got no answer to that really, and there's no point in defending it, to be fair. On the Camel Straight, you've just got to sit there really and just take it as it comes. Now JB, this is interesting. JB is now up into 3rd with Slim and Ginobbe's gone backside. So JB's obviously had a good little stint there. So well played, JB. So this is the mid-pack now. You can see the 2 leaders battling down there as they go around that corner, down towards Pouhon corner. So it's JB from Slim, from Ginobbe, from Stuntman, from DM. And Badger and Race, I think, have fallen off the pack a little bit, judging by the telemetry. Let's just have a look. So we're at the back of the pack now, following up in 9th and 10th. The last 2 scoring positions, and Badger's got the measure of Raced at the moment. But again, because Raced is so close, he'll get that slipstream effect. Although I do know that Badger likes to gear his cars quite high here. Anybody who's watched that a Badger's Tale on the main page of the website will know that. And Badger likes Spa as well. He's quite consistent here. He must have had a really bad start though, I think. So back on board with the leaders. I think what we'll do, let's just check out lap times and see who the fastest guy is on track. So if we go to the live timings, we can look up in the corner there and you can see for yourself on the screen. I'm working it out at the same time you're working it out. So the fastest lap at the moment is JK, 2 minutes 47.588. The next fastest lap is 2:49.083, which is Badger. Is that right? Let me just check that again. 2:49. No, I'm wrong. It's a 40. I thought it said 40. Oh no, it did say 40. No, 49. I'm getting it completely wrong. Sorry for the dodgy commentary. The third fastest lap now is Badger still on 2:49. We've just had another fast lap put in by Ghost Bash on a 2:48.09. Hoping I'm getting that right. It's flicking around as fast as it's changing. I'm going to go back to the full view now, just to get back on board. As we go down to the heavy braking point into the first corner. JK wide, very, very wide, but it's worth doing that, you know, because at the end of the day, if you try and steer on that grass, it's gonna. And I think actually, looking on, I think DM's gone wide as well in the background. It looks like he was just pulling himself back on track as well. Sorry for the dodgy camera angle there. I'm getting far too carried away with this. Right then, so let's get back with JK just to see what's happening at the front. And oh my word, it's close. It's close stuff. I think we might see Ghost Bash having a stab. JK can't defend it exactly like before. There's no point defending it. JK will just try to maybe outbrake him into Lacombe. Now they've pulled out a nice gap, so that's going to be very hard for Genobi and JB to get to grips with. And they're having a fair old ding dong themselves. Let me just get on board with JB and Genobi. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any of those players could finish on the podium. This is certainly close stuff here at Spa-Francorchamps. Now, I'm going to skip a lap. We'll go to lap 5 of 7, so we'll have about another 5 minutes of action here. Come on, black screen, here we go, Mr. PlayStation, thank you very much. Okay, so JK, Ghost Bash, JB now is still in third, Stuntman, Ghost Yellow and Genobi. We'll stick with this one for a little bit longer. So JB, there you can see from the front of JB's car, JK and Ghost Bash just disappearing into the distance. So it's a good show for Team SV RT and Team Ghostworks. Team Rosso, oh hang on, who's this? This is Stuntman doing the slipstream, just like we said on JB going down the Kemmel Straight. So it's a good show from those two teams. The Team Rosso cars are kind of midfielding it at the moment, really, when you look at the fact that we've only got 10 in the room, although JB's got a good chance of getting on the podium. Having said that, DM is up into 5th now, past Ghost Yellow. So let's just clip on that bit at the little back. You might see Ghost Yellow just trying to dive one down the inside. Let's just have a look, and he's tight up behind DM. And Genobi has fallen back. And that's it's not surprising with the amount of tussling that can go on at this particular circuit. You've only to look at the way that DM's not been able to really improve his position. It's very, very difficult when you're fighting in the mid-pack here. Fantastic shots that go down there. Really, really good stuff, that. So, back to the leaders again. Ghost Bash has now got the lead back off JK. Let's see if JK can get and stay in that slipstream as we approach down into the Blanchimont section of the circuit. One of the second highest speed sections. On Blanchimont, basically, you've got two sort of apex points. And they're very, very high speed. And it's important to get the second one particularly right, because otherwise it'll drift the car out wide to the bus stop. I'll just go on board with Ghost's car at the front just to explain that to you. Let's see what line Ghost takes. So you're just at full throttle and you just gently coax the car around. This is more of a gentle bend rather than a corner, but here this one's a corner. It's got the rumble strip on the inside. The aim is to clip it a little bit like he's done and then let the car drift out to the right there, but not kick out over, so the risk going onto the grass. Heavy braking point at the line here. See how he takes the corner? Not a bad line. A little bit wiggly at the back. He's turning very sharply. He puts a lot of steering on here, a hell of a lot of steering. Now, JK, yeah, Ghost Bash line wasn't particularly fast there, which is why JK has caught up to him, and we might see a little stab from JK on lap 6 of 7. Didn't do it, but we all know, folks, JK likes to sit behind that little bit and then weigh you up, and then he has his stab. And actually, it can be crucial to time a stab right here, because it's very, very tempting to just go for it down the Kemmel Straight. That's what I've noticed a lot of players do. But sometimes, if you hang back through the Kemmel Straight and then you're through the midsection, through Pouhon, you stay behind, when it actually comes to Blanchimont at the bottom, where it counts, that can be the place to nail people on the last lap. So you can, you know, a lot of strategy comes into play with the way people are thinking and the way people are racing. It certainly does in Team Rosso's camp anyway. I can't speak for the other teams. So very close up front. So let's go on board now with Stuntman, and oh, I'm glad we have. Oh dear, a bit of argy-bargy going off through Lacombe. So Stuntman has nicked into the front. JB and DM, the two Team Rosso cars, are on each other's bumpers now. Again, another fantastic shot of the cars that go around. Stuntman's car, of course, is red, not to be confused with the Team Rosso cars. What you'll find is Team Rosso are number 1 and 2, and number 27, I believe, is Stuntman. Now, he runs a similar colour but slightly darker alloys. It's hard to pick them out, to be fair, but I believe he wears green overalls as well, which I don't know whether the camera shot will point that out, but it's worth looking at if you ever get a good close-up. Slightly off in the background there from Ghost. Slim, the other SVRT car, is really down the field. I wonder if he's running with any damage there. Let's just have a look. What's happened to Slim? What's he doing? Oh, he's oh dear, maybe he's crashed or he's parked up for whatever reason. Not sure what kind of an issue he's got there, but that's not good news for SVRT. That's not good news. I'm going to have to go back to the action. So we're nearly on the last lap. The fastest lap time currently is a 2:46.668, and I'll just check whether that's changed. Who's actually set that lap? The 2:46.668 is oh no, that's DM's fastest lap. Sorry, the fastest lap currently is a 2:45.348 from Ghost Bash. So he's really on that this evening, ladies and gentlemen. He's really going for that, which is good to see. So round the bus stop chicane for the penultimate time. There you can see the slightly darker alloys there that I was talking about. A little bit wide from Genobi in the background there, but you can see the slightly darker alloys on Stuntman's car. So DM and Genobi going for it in the background. DM is now up to... oh, it's DM, I apologise. No, DM. Well, I'm going completely wrong here. DM's got up into third. There you can see in the background the stricken SVRT car of Slim on the first corner. But we've got DM up into third. Now that's a turnaround for the books. I must have missed that one completely when I was checking out the time. So through Eau Rouge for the penultimate time. Now DM is at a disadvantage here because no, sorry, DM is at an advantage here because he's likely to get overtaken by the guys down the Kemmel Straight, which will put him behind them for the Blanchimont section of the circuit. And being that this is the last lap, that's DM's chance to have a stab. So we'll just... oh, what a fantastic sight down there coming up to Lacombe. So we'll see if that happens. I'll just clip to the leaders, see how far... oh dear, slight off. I'm not sure who's gone off there. There was some argy-bargy and some touching. We've still got... no, JB has now got the lead from DM and Genobi. We knew that would happen anyway. We knew DM would fall down the field. Now, JK doing a sterling job for SVRT. Running down the front of the field to Pouhon. He has got Ghost Bash giving him a lot of pressure. So we'll just stick with this one just as we go around Pouhon corner. You can see the rest of the field not too far behind there in the distance. So that's quite exciting to watch when you get big wide camera angles. Oh, very wide from Ghost Bash. Has he held that? Good Lord, everybody. He only just held that going around Pouhon. Luckily for him, there's a massive, massive runoff area of tarmac there. Now, JB Player 1 is in the lead from DM. Now, like we said before, that puts DM on an immediate advantage for the next fast section of the circuit. So, JK doing a sterling job for SVRT out front. So JK could be at the clutches of Ghost Bash, so he's in the same position as JB is with DM, and I wonder whether this will happen. I'm going to have to click quickly for these ones, so I'll get the cursor ready on JB and DM. So coming round Blanchimont, and you can see Ghost Bash being sucked in. Now, will Ghost Bash be able to take a stab down the inside or the outside when it comes to the bus stop chicane? He is a long, long way back, and I don't think at that distance he's going to do it, so JB must have just broke the slipstream. Having said that, he looks really close now, so let's have a quick look. He's trying around the outside, but I don't think he'll do that. Just clip to DM. Come on, hurry up with the screen. We're not quite sure what's happening, but I think it looks like DM has out-slipstreamed his teammate. Yes, exactly what we said could happen, did happen. And Stuntman in the background is gonna just get Genobi on the line by the looks of it. Come on, guys, which one's gonna do it? It's still a drag race to the line. And that is race over. So it's JK, Ghost Bash and DM on the podium. So SVRT followed by Ghostworks, followed by Team Rosso. So fantastic action here. Sorry it took 21 minutes, guys, but there was a lot of good stuff to watch there, and I did spend a lot of time explaining about slipstreams for those people who don't know. So fantastic. I'll see you soon for round 3 back at this wonderful Spa-Francorchamps circuit. Thanks for watching.